Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about some more comments Max Verstappen and George Russell have made about their futures. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description. But let's jump straight into the video. So ahead of the Grand Prix weekend in Hungary, both Verstappen and Russell have given updates about their contract. Now, as we know with Verstappen, he is contracted with Red Bull until 2028, but in recent weeks, he has been heavily linked with a potential move to Mercedes. But as we know, Verstappen sits third in the driver's standings, 28 points ahead of fourth place Russell going into the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend, which is one away from the summer break. And because Verstappen has that gap in the standings, he would not be able to go for a break clause that would free him from his current Red Bull contract for 2026, because he will not enter the summer break lower than third in the standings. And that is because even if Verstappen retires from the Hungarian Grand Prix and Russell wins, Russell will only get 25 points. And on the Thursday ahead of the Hungarian Grand Prix, Verstappen basically confirmed for the first time that he will be at Red Bull for 2026, with him saying, as quoted by The Race, "I think it's time to basically stop all the rumours. For me, it's always been quite clear that I was staying anyway, and I think that was also the general feeling in the team anyway, because we were always in discussions about what we can do with the car going forward. And I think when you're not interested in staying, then you also stop talking about these kinds of things, and I never did." Now, at the last Grand Prix weekend in Belgium, it became quite clear that Verstappen was going to stay at Red Bull. Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff said it was the absolute priority to continue with Russell and his teammate Kimi Antonelli. Still, though, nothing has been confirmed about Russell or Antonelli's contracts, which are up at the end of 2025, but with Verstappen now officially staying at Red Bull for 2026, it's very logical for Mercedes to stay with Russell and Antonelli. Now, while in June Russell acknowledged that Mercedes were in talks with Verstappen in public, Russell seemed relaxed, repeatedly insisting that Mercedes' interest in Verstappen was only normal and that his own F1 future would work out well as long as he kept performing at his current level. And as we know, Russell has put in some fine performances this season. Mercedes have gone downhill in the last few races, but as we know, when the car was strong, Russell was right up there, fighting for podiums, fighting for front row starts in qualifying. But going into the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend, it looked like Russell had a bit of a subtle change of tone, with him acknowledging the fact that the last few months had been complicated. And Russell said, as quoted by The Race, "For my whole career until last year, the team have supported me so much and given me such amazing opportunities, and our goals have been aligned, and what has been in the best interest of the team has also been in the best interest of me. Now, of course, these last 6 months have been a very unique situation where I don't have a huge power in that sort of agreement, and maybe the interests were not aligned for some time, which has of course put me at risk for these last 6 months. Then it was my job to perform and reduce that risk." Now, The Race say that Russell was speaking in response to a question as to whether he needs the management of his F1 career to be more in his hands, more independent of the Mercedes structure that had brought him in. And Russell continued, "I don't know, to be honest. I don't wish for it to come to anything like that. I still trust Toto Wolff, and I still trust in the team that they will always support me as long as I am performing. So that's what I need to focus on. But of course, for both Kimi and I, these past months have not been the most assuring for our future, and that's just been a bit conflicting." But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.